Okay, welcome back. We're going to finish up this chapter with acute and chronic. With acute and chronic, okay, a couple of things here. I think it's best just to show you right from your textbook. So what I want everybody to do, pause this tape, okay? And then what I want you to do is go ahead and look for acute and chronic or bronchitis. Okay, so we're going to pull up the word bronchitis. So pause and then come back. Okay, so in your book, again, hopefully you found it. You just look under bronchitis alphabetically in the alpha. Okay, so here I have bronchitis. This is laid out the same way your book is laid out. Okay, so with bronchitis, if the statement read acute and chronic bronchitis, how do I code that? Okay, so because I have an acute bronchitis and I have chronic. So what do I do here? I go down to acute. All right, so my code's going to be J20.9. And I don't see anything in here in parentheses where it says chronic, acute, and chronic. So I got to go down to chronic and look at chronic is at the same indentation level as acute. Like I've told students before, get that ruler out so you know if things are at the same indentation level. So acute and chronic are at the same indentation level, so I code them both. All right, let's go to adenoiditis. So go ahead, if you need to pause the tape, go ahead. All right, so I have adenoiditis. I have acute, okay, acute and chronic adenoiditis. Here, look at it. It says chronic in parentheses, okay, but I need acute too. So what it's telling me here, that basically, if you have inflammation of the adenoids, it's always going to be chronic, okay? But if I have an acute bout, and my chronic's up here in parentheses, I am only going to code the acute. So I'm only going to code the J0390. Okay, so once again, if it's acute and chronic and they're listed below the word, the main term, the same indentation level, I code them both. Okay, so if chronic is up here behind the main term and it says acute and chronic adenoiditis or whatever condition they have, then I only code the acute. Okay, let's just wrap this around. Let's say acute's up here in parentheses and it was acute and chronic together. And at that point, I would only code the chronic if it was down here, vice versa. Okay? All right, so again, that's my acute impending threat and conditions. The code selection depends first on whether the condition actually occurred. If it did, then you're going to code it as confirmed. Again, the big thing here is just to make sure, look at documentation of the physician. Reporting the same diagnosis code more than once. With this, each ICD-10 code may only be reported once for the encounter. This applies to bilateral conditions. So even if they have this applies to two different conditions classified to the same ICD-10 code. So even if they had, like, let's say a seizure day 1 in the hospital, day 3 they had another seizure. You don't code seizure twice for that admission. You only code it once. Late effects. These are residual condition remaining after the termination of acute phase of an illness or injury. This may occur at any time after an acute injury or illness. There's no set period. Different terms that possibly could mean a late effect would be late, old, due to previous injury, following, traumatic unless there's evidence of a current injury. Okay, so locating the cause of the late effect. So this could be under the main term sequela in your alpha. Exception late effects due to injury, poisoning, other, we'll get into them later on. And late effects a lot of times will require 2 codes. So complete coding of late effects does require 2 codes. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just kind of talk about with late effects. We're going to go through a couple of problems to help you out. And what I'm going to do, we're going to pull up our code book. So what I want everybody to do right now is open their code book. Okay, we're going to look at different exercises just to help you out. Okay, there's quite a few in this area. With this, let's go ahead and look at, I'm only going to do a couple here. I'm going to do a hard one. Let's go back to 6.1. And we're going to do number 2, which is acute cholecystitis with cholelithiasis and choledolithiasis. Okay, so this is kind of a tough one. So if I have to look at this, my first word I'm going to put in is cholecystitis. Okay, so you need to look this up in the alpha. If you need to pause my tape so you get to that point, do so. Okay, so with this, we have a lot going on. Okay, so what is, you need to, again, this is where your med term comes in. This is where all that good stuff comes in. So if I look down here, I have it with cholecystitis, but look at here, it says choledolithiasis, calculus, bile duct with cholecystitis. Okay, cholelithiasis, calculus, gallbladder, and cholecystitis. So what I want you to do is go to calculus. We both need to go there. So now in your index, go to calculus, bile duct with cholecystitis. Again, pause the tape. Okay, once you get there, okay, we know that it's cholecystitis. Okay, we have acute. Okay, but it's not saying anything here with the bile duct. So that's really not where we need to go. So with this, let's go ahead. We want the bile duct, so we're going to go to the biliary. See also calculus gallbladder. That's where we need to be. Okay, so we have the gallbladder. And one thing to remember, we have the gallbladder and the bile duct both, correct? Okay, so again, I'm in calculus. I'm at the gallbladder. I have gallbladder and bile duct. I look down with cholecystitis. And I know it's acute because the beginning of the statement says acute. And it's going to be K80.62. Okay, so let's go a different route on this. Let's go back to cholelithiasis. Again, go ahead and pause the tape if you need to. Okay, so here I have okay, so I'm going to, now it's telling me to see calculus bile duct. Okay, so for everybody here, pause the tape, get yourself to calculus bile duct. Okay, so here I am with the bile duct. This is probably a little bit easier way to find it. And I'm going to go down with cholecystitis. Okay, but what am I not getting yet? I'm not getting I need the gallbladder and the bile duct because that's what it's all covering. So this isn't going to be the correct route. So let's go bile duct, calculus. Okay, so what you want to look under, calculus, gallbladder, and bile duct. Okay, with cholecystitis. Okay, now we're covering all three again. Acute, K80.62. So some of these, this is a harder one out of this area. Some of these, again, take a little bit longer to find. Just an FYI. 6.2, I don't foresee an issue with that. And acute and chronic, with those, 6.4, with those, make sure you double check. You know, some of these have 2 codes, some only 1. It depends, again, on the indentation level that I talked about. All right, so let's go ahead. Just looking at 6.7, there's quite a bit here. I'm going to run through real quickly number 1 for everybody and give you the answers. Okay, so with number 1, I have traumatic arthritis, right ankle, following a fracture, right ankle. Okay, so this is all about late effect. I have traumatic arthritis, right ankle, following a fracture of the right ankle. So what I'm going to code first is going to be my arthritis. So everybody go ahead, let's look up arthritis, pause the tape. This is where, to be honest, your spelling comes in real handy. Okay, arthritis. We know we have arthritis and it's traumatic. So we're seeing if we can find that main term, traumatic. See if we go ahead, keep looking down. In your book, you're probably going to have to turn pages. Okay, so here's what happens. Again, it's telling us to go somewhere else. I have traumatic arthritis. And it's telling me to see arthropathy, traumatic. Okay, so everybody now in your index, you need to go to there. Of course, I get there faster. That happens. Okay, so pause the tape, get to the same thing. If I'm still under arthropathy, if I go up here, okay, and it told me to see arthropathy, traumatic. Okay, and where is it located? It's located at the ankle. Okay, so now what you need to do, you need to look in your tabular at M12.57. Pause the tape. M1257. Go ahead and pause the tape. All right. Sorry about that. My system. There we go. So M12.57 is what we need. Okay, see, this is why electronics don't always work. All right, so here we have traumatic ankle and foot, which again, we're looking at ankles, so this is our correct code. All right, so what I need here, and it's the right ankle, so even if I look down, right there's my code, right ankle. So my first code is going to be M12.571. That's my first code. Okay, now though, it says following a fracture of the right ankle. Okay, so with this, again, you're going to look up for the key term fracture. All right, with fracture, a couple of different things. You're usually always going to look for traumatic, okay, for traumatic fracture. So let's go to fracture and go down to traumatic. And we know it's of the ankle. Okay, and with that, traumatic arthritis, right ankle, following fracture. Okay. With that, we have S82. All right. And, okay, and this one here, we talked about the ankle. Okay. I'm not happy with the direction they took students on this one because they really want you to go to lower legs so we get extra digits. But let's just write in your books that this was a bimalleolar fracture. Okay. So you're going to look at SA2.84 in your index. Okay, so SA2.84. And we know again this was right ankle, so it's the right. So I'm looking at SA2.841. When I click, or when you look, I shouldn't say click, so when you look under the box of SA2, that's where you need to go right now. Pause the tape, get there. You need to look for, because this is a sequela, it's a late effect. So my answer for this one should be SA2.841S. Okay, so make sure you look under the category S82. And it's going to give you the list of different types of fractures. And again, since this is a late effect, you're going to have the S. So my two codes for this one are M12571 and S82. 41S. And that's